In 1986, director John Travis released a gay adult film starring Jeff Stryker that would help change the landscape of gay adult entertainment. That film was called Powertool. The movie was incredibly successful and became one of the films that launched Stryker's career into true icon status. Over time, Powertool has become one of the most recognizable gay porn films ever made. And after watching it for the first time, I couldn't help but think that Powertool is one of those movies that makes you wonder how many gay men in the mid-1980s might have tempted to get themselves arrested just for a chance to meet a man like Jeff Stryker. This is Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off. By the mid-1980s, performers in adult films were beginning to function less like anonymous actors and more like recognizable actors. Few embodied that shift more than Jeff Stryker. Studios quickly realized that audiences weren't just watching individual films, they were following specific performers. As a result, certain actors began appearing repeatedly in roles that reinforced a consistent on-screen identity. In Stryker's case, that identity was built around a carefully crafted image of hypermasculinity, muscular, confident, physically dominant, and unmistakably all-American. Take all that, set the film in a prison, one of those iconic porn lore settings, and holy smokes, you've got yourself a hit. The movie opens in a courthouse where we are introduced to the defendant, Jeff Stryker, which immediately raises an important question. What exactly did he do?
Do you have anything to say before I pronounce sentence?
Would it do me any good if I did?
Oof. Maybe it was the acting. Anyways, 30 days in jail almost sounds like a luxury stay when you consider the kind of activities he's about to get into. The opening credits are intercut with scenes of Stryker being processed and slowly taking his clothes off before being led away to his holding cell. Conveniently located across from his cell are two other inmates, including John Davenport. Davenport is reading a letter supposedly written by his girlfriend Karen, explaining that she's marrying someone else while he's been incarcerated.
Suddenly and unexpectedly, someone new has entered my life.
Which makes me wonder, can Tim Lowe in the other bunk hear this letter too?
All of this is behind you. You'll be able to find that person who is just right for you. Sincerely, Karen.
Things escalate very quickly, and suddenly, I'm sitting there thinking, where exactly was John Davenport all my life?
Good news or bad news?
Meanwhile, Stryker watches the entire situation unfold from his cell. The moment is interrupted by a guard, but once the guard leaves, they get right back to it. In the next scene, Stryker is assigned cleaning duty, and while working, he and his cleaning partner somehow manage to sneak away for a quick joint. This has to be one of the most relaxed prisons in cinematic history.
You like that, huh? Well, that'll cost you a carton of cigarettes.
From what I hear, the story's out. It's a big one.
2 cartons and it's yours.
And of course, because it's a prison movie, you also get a shower scene. A very nice shower scene. After that, we move into another moment between Stryker and one of the guards, who hints that he might be able to get him out of jail sooner. If only the real world worked like this.
Still copping an attitude, huh?
Although in the gay world, sometimes it kinda does. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the state, we meet Stryker's boyfriend. Apparently, after a couple of days apart, he's already brought another guy home.
Who was that guy in those pictures? Is he your brother or something?
No, a really close friend.
I get it. Where is he at now?
He got 30 days on a bum ride. But that's a long story.
Look, I'm just saying, if you've got a literal shrine of your boyfriend in the corner of the bedroom, you'd think you'd wait out a 30-day sentence. Eventually, Stryker walks out of jail a free man, and the world already feels like a very different place. It seems like he can practically walk from prison straight to his boyfriend's house. So he does what any reasonable person would do, breaks in. Inside, he finds his boyfriend in bed with another guy. But Stryker doesn't say anything, which thankfully allows the audience to keep watching. Eventually, the two finish, Stryker quietly packs his bags and disappears. I really hope he finds someone who will treat him right. Maybe he just needs time to heal, time to grow, time to reflect. Oh, okay. One of the most interesting things about Powertool is that it fits into a broader pattern of 1980s gay adult film, sometimes described as institutional fantasy. Instead of taking place in everyday life, many films of the era were set inside male-dominated institutions, prisons, the military, construction sites, sports teams, and other environments where masculinity and hierarchy were already built into the setting. These environments gave filmmakers a very simple narrative framework. The roles were immediately recognizable: guards and prisoners, coaches and athletes, supervisors and workers. The tension between authority and desire could easily drive the fantasy. You could also look at this as a part of something we discussed last season, a kind of revisionist imagination where gay men are inserted into traditionally straight, hypermasculine environments. Although, if we're being honest, when it comes to prisons, the idea of men having sex with other men probably isn't all that revisionist to begin with.
Come on, let's go. Speed it up.
I got all the time in the world.
Not my time, you don't.
To say that Powertool is anything other than an amazing gay porn film would be absurd. The story, the dialogue, the acting, well, let's be honest. You didn't really come to Powertool to dive deep into a complicated narrative, did you?
Do you think you're man enough?
I don't.
Now, I can absolutely understand Stryker's appeal to a lot of men, but personally, he's not really my type. He's never really been my type. And if someone talked that much during sex, I'm not entirely sure I'd know how to handle it. John Davenport, on the other hand, yes please. Ultimately, Powertool lives comfortably in porn lore. A world just slightly outside reality where fantasy takes over. A world where even if you were only in prison for 30 days, that's apparently long enough for you to turn gay. You've been watching Demystifying Gay Porn. I'm your host, Ike Grande. Demystifying Gay Porn can be found on every podcast directory as well as YouTube. Demystifying Gay Porn is on X, Facebook, Instagram, Substack, Threads. And if you like what you're watching or listening to and want to be a part of the process, head over to patreon.com/Demystifying Gay Porn, where you can support this podcast and YouTube channel, and I can continue making content like you've just enjoyed. As always, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, leave a comment, and let me know what else you'd like me to cover. This is Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off.